Hello and welcome back to another episode. This one is another one of them challenge things. It's not really a challenge, it's more seeing what would actually happen. If I'd done this right, which I have, I put Spurs in the Championship, in the potential that they do get relegated. Again, it's extremely unlikely, but you never know the current situation of anything. It could actually be a thing. It's just never known. That's a problem. Also, I did a video a few days ago. I need to try and fix that display because that is blurry, but I'll sort it out for the next video. I tried doing a video to see if Spurs can survive in the Premier League without me playing any matches. Again, please watch that video. If I can, I'll try and put it somewhere on screen, probably top left. Apart from that, I'm not going to play any games. I'm not going to make any substitutions. There is a transfer embargo for 2 windows. What we are planning on doing is leaving as it is. See if... So this is going to be... I don't really want to make any edits in this one. We will see if the current squad... Actually, I have to have a look at the current squad of Spurs. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to change anything. I just want to leave it as current squad. So Vicario in goal, Spence left back, Van der Ven and Romero in central defence, Porto right back, Slanky up front with... Why is Tell on the left? He can play there. Okay, I thought he was a left back. Tell on left midfield, Archie Gray and Gallagher in central defensive midfield, Simons in central attacking midfield with Kolo Muani on the right wing. Archie Gray obviously being an ex-Leeds player, but wasn't really getting used by Leeds, so he decided to move elsewhere. Obviously, Archie Gray is who they want to put in as a default, but again, I'm not going to change the squad. We will do it, I think, month by month. Actually, I won't, because I can do it up until the end of the final game of December, which is against Ipswich, because if I sim forward, I mean, players will get unhappy, the game may stop. I have turned off unexpected events, so the game shouldn't stop. Go for that one. Do I have to restart the whole simming thing? Yes, of course I do. Love this. All right, 31st of December. Should be no more interruptions. Let's see how Spurs can do in the Championship. Should easily be a straight back up sort of situation. They lose to Leverkusen in the Cup, so that's a great start. Loads of offers to come in, but again, I'm not going to care about that. They drew against Spurs. Spurs drew against Chelsea, I should say, not the other way around. Again, I'm not selling any players. And then Spurs lose against Milan. So Spurs of the Championship is not really a potential, like, a good thing. First game of the season, you draw against Hull. Carabao Cup against Preston North End should be an easy win. Comfortable 3-0, that's good. Derby County should be an easy win. It's a loss, 2-1. And this is with the same squad. I haven't made any changes to the squad from what you saw because it's all uncut. QPR beat QPR. So it's very indifferent results. Bristol City, again, it should be a team Spurs should easily beat. Not comfortably beat, but they do beat them. Again, all these players wanting to move out, get better, I'm not doing it. Beat Oxford United 2-0, so I think that makes them top of the table, but again, I'm not stopping anything until we get to December, so I'm not going to check. Charleston wants out, quite a lot of players want out, to be fair. Spurs beat Norwich, so the rocky starter seems to be behind Spurs. Obviously, played Leicester quite a few times in the Premier League, so should be 4-0. Okay, that's more than I thought it was going to be, but still comfortable nonetheless. Wolves in the EFL Cup just about beat Wolves. Yikes. Birmingham City. I've moved Coventry out. They beat Birmingham City. I moved Coventry out of the Championship because in real life Coventry are pretty much guaranteed to be promoted, so I swapped Spurs and Coventry around. Spurs winning 3-0. Nice. Somehow Portugal now want Igor Tudor. A draw against Sheffield Wednesday. That's not really great. But I think by the looks of things, we are going to be top of the table by the end of Christmas. Beat Blackburn Rovers 4-1. October's going well. Should be able to beat Portsmouth. Spurs, come on, Spurs. There we are, beats Portsmouth. So I don't think this is going to be a problem. If they do get relegated, obviously it's not going to just be Coventry that go up. It's not just going to be Spurs that go down. Watford 5-0 down. Wolves are definitely going down. I don't think Wolves are going to survive. It's a late charge by them. Palace beat Spurs in the EFL Cup. Wrexham. This will be an interesting one. Okay, not as interesting as I thought. It's a 2-0 loss to Wrexham. Spurs win that one. Sheffield United 1-0 because I saw it on the side of the screen there. So that's brilliant. So basically, I think what we're trying to see here is that Spurs can easily survive. I think is the best way of putting it. Spurs can survive very, very well in the Championship. So straight one down, straight back up, I think is the way it's going to be. We beat West Brom 2-1. Pedro Porro getting man of the match again. I think he's got quite a lot of man of the matches from looking at things. Cristiano Moreira wants to chat, but I don't care. Middlesbrough beat them 3-1. Is it going to be one of them situations where you do so well at the beginning of the season, then you falter off? It could be top of the table by end of December, and then by the end of May, it could be another tail end story. Ipswich 1-0 again against them. It's definitely seemingly quite easy for Spurs, but they draw against Preston North End. I don't think we've really lost any games. I know we have lost some, but I think it's like 2 or 3 by this point. Bristol City, we lose against Bristol City 3-2, so it must have been maybe a late charge. Spurs against Southampton. It's not telling me on the right-hand side who's winning this one. Spurs by 1-0. By the time it turns up on the right-hand side and on the Twitter/X column thing, it happens up and down of the match. It means we won 2-1. Good. And the final game before we see where we are on the table against Ipswich, beat them 3-2. So, seems like it's quite comfortable for Spurs. A good range of results. 60 points. Spurs are living their dream. They're not exactly the safest place they could be. 2 lost games, 19 wins, 3 draws. Scored 57 goals over the 20 conceded. I think it's pretty safe to say that Spurs are going to go straight back up. The way teams are at the minute, they're still predicting Sheffield Wednesday will be near the rock bottom. With a 18-point deduction, they'll only be on 1 point by now. Oxford United, they again think Portsmouth are going down at this point, but it's not a bad way of starting, to be fair. We'll go to May. We'll do the 5th of May, just in case. See how we are after the rest of the season. 60 points to start now. Charlton Athletic on New Year's Day. Beat them, so that's 63 points. We were 10 points ahead of Southampton. I think it was Southampton. That's 6 points. That's 66 points in total. FA Cup against Ipswich. We've beaten Ipswich before. Beat them again here. Spurs fans are happy to see someone on the pitch. That's good. Spurs Leicester. It's going to be another win. 3-1 win. Okay, I think Spurs are definitely going straight back up. I think that's just becoming inevitable at this point. 2-1 win, yeah. So, obviously, when teams get relegated, not going to have the same squad. So it's not completely realistic, but if they didn't have the same squad, maybe it'd be a bit of a different story, but I'm not sure who would leave and who would stay due to the contract clauses and agreements. But I think Championship, they can easily survive in. But I do think like big names like goalkeeper Vicario probably won't be there. Richarlison will probably find somewhere else to move to. So, as you can see with like beginning of the video, you had loads of players trying to get moved. Like 2 offers received from Christian Romero. It's not all 3-1. It's not all going to be plain sailing for Spurs no matter what. But Igor Tudor's doing way better for Spurs in the Championship than he did with them for like 40 odd days in the Premier League. So he did get stopped quite early in. He did get sacked because he couldn't keep them away from the drop. They're not in the drop yet in real life. They're still a few points away, but it's not comfortable for them. It's just a bit sad to see Spurs in the same like predicament this season as they were last season. But what can you do? Another 2-1 win. I'm going to predict over 100 points for the end of the season. Oh, Man City. I think that, yeah, I saw Donnarumma there, so I presume that, yeah, I presume Man City won that one. Beat Preston North End 3-1. And a draw with, at the time of the beginning, at the midpoint of the season, was Southampton. They are second at midpoint of the season, so that's a draw of the midpoint, like a promotion chaser. Swansea Spurs, a 3-3 draw, and by the mid of March, Oxford United have been relegated. Right, Spurs and Derby County. Derby County beat Spurs. Well, I be. That is something I wasn't totally expecting. I mean, I was kind of hoping this would be a bit more like a Spurs are going to struggle a lot more, but like I said, it's the same team. The team got moved around like I did with the Sheffield Wednesday's career mode, where every player who got approached could leave. It'd be a completely different story. Another win. So yeah, I do think it's just if Spurs are magically able to keep the amount of players they have now, it will be an instant promotion according to the game. I mean, if I was manager, what I could do, because I've done this properly. Oh, it's Golden Glove Award. Damn, nice. What I can do is move to another club and see if they Spurs survive the Premier League again, but I don't think it's going to help. 110 points. Southampton comfortable as well with 101 points. I think it's safe to say Spurs can do quite well. What I will do is I'll end this video clip here and I'll do another clip. I'll combine the 2 videos together to make a longer episode because I don't think 13 minutes is really going to be great. I'll do this again, but I won't manage Spurs. So I'll see how that goes. So trying again, I'm not managing Spurs whatsoever. I've put myself as a Leeds manager, but I'm just going to be quick simming everything. So we'll go to the end of December again, and we'll see how Spurs do. We'll get to the end of May, and we'll see where Spurs are. This time, Spurs can sell players, get new players, do what they want. So it's not going to be the main 11, main top players get 110 points again. So we'll see how this one works. Let's see how Spurs are doing in the Championship. There were 60 points last time around end of January. 53 points this time. 116, drawn 5, lost 3. So it's sort of similar. It's not too much different. Vicario's still there, which is interesting. Jed Spence is still there. Quite a lot of the players are still there. Van der Ven is still there. Porro, Polinia, Archie Gray. So they haven't really sold anyone, have they? I didn't seem it. They've seemed to have kept the main team, even if I'm not in control. I mean, Matthias Tell has only played one game, so that's one change. But seems like a similar Spurs side. So we'll see how the rest of their seasons go. Let's see how December went. They beat Ipswich 3-1. Beat Preston 2-1. Drew against Bristol City. Thrashed Southampton 4-0. Comfortably beat Swansea 4-2. And beat Ipswich 1-0. Let's go to the end of the month. Or end of the month, that's wrong. End of the season and see if it's the same result. Top of the table. Not the same amount of points halfway, but I don't think I get 110 at the end of the season, but maybe still get first. I mean, they're second at the minute, but they could get first. As a show of Coventry being in the Premier League, apparently they will go down. Ironically, Burnley have also been told they're going down. Wolves only just surviving by goal difference alone. But Championship is where it's at. So, Spurs were second. Where are they now? First. They're 150. They've got more points. 5 more points when I was stimulating it. So, no matter what, they are going to get very high in the table. So it's definitely predicted to be a straight bounce back, which is what we expected. I mean, they haven't really made too many changes, really, have they? They'd rather go the right mid Ahmed than the right winger of Mohamed Kudus. But apparently Spurs can survive in the Championship, even with making changes. I don't think they actually made any changes. I don't think they'd use the transfer window whatsoever. Can I find out if they have? Or if transfer history. Can I do that of all clubs? Let's see. It says search players. I mean, knowing Spurs, they'll do as high as they can. They did. Van der Ven left in 25th of January to Barcelona. So that's one change. They brought Ahmed in for Manchester United in the summer. Sold Udogie to Sporting in the summer as well. And, they got rid of Spence in the end. Joe Spence went to Forest. He was a bit annoyed playing in Championship football and wanted to go back to the Premier League. Apart from that, not really any big spenders by Spurs. Sorry, it can't just be the 3 transfers that they've made, surely. Without going down too far more, I think it's only the 3. Again, I'll have a look. I doubt the Spurs manager got fired. No, he didn't. So, let's do. Change league. Spurs, you still got Tudor. Likelihood of hiring none, but top of the table with Ipswich second. Okay. Southampton finished 9th in this one. Interesting. Well, that's one video I done. I think the next one on Wednesday will be a bit more interesting. I doubt it, but we can always hope. I'll see you then.